Now you're not even giving him 6 feet. That's rough. Okay, so let's talk about Brock then. What is the biggest issue with Brock Purdy right now? Is it his toe? Is it his height? Is it his turnover penchant? What would you say?
I think what we've seen from Brock Purdy played well in 2022 and 2023. He did not play good last year and has not played good this year. If you look at who Brock Purdy is, really, to me, the accumulation of everything adds up to Brock Purdy being a really good game manager when he has the best roster in the NFL, which is what he had in 2022 and 2023. If you take away that roster and you give him an injured 49ers team, which we had last year, CMC-less 49ers team, and what they look like this year with all of these injuries, he becomes very Brock Purdy-ish. Like Brock Purdy shows who Brock Purdy is. People are going to get mad about this, and I said it was my assessment of him. I thought I said Brock Purdy's dink and dunk. He's mentally not dink and dunk. His arm is dink and dunk. He has a dink and dunk arm and a gunslinger mentality, and it comes out when he doesn't have the stars around him to dump off to. That is just what it is, man. I think Brock Purdy has a gunslinger mindset and a dink and dunk arm, and when you take away Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, when Trent Williams looks like a fraction of himself, when you start putting all these places, when CMC's lost a step and Brock thinks he has to put it on his shoulders, he starts making really, really bad decisions. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, he was in the right place at the right time. He was coming in after Jimmy. Jimmy was failing. Trey wasn't picking up the offense quickly enough. He beat Trey to the punch and had people feeling like he was the only one who could run this offense. Then you get freaking Mac Jones, who's the most random, generic quarterback ever, and he just drops in and plays well. And it's like, oh, right, the system really does help these quarterbacks like it helped Brock. And I think what's interesting, yeah, he's got a toe injury, and the toe brought out like a lot of his worst performance, a lot of his worst play yesterday. But this is not just a yesterday issue. Like this has been going on with Brock way before the toe injury. Like last 19 regular season starts, going back to that Ravens game, which was supposed to be his coronation as the MVP of the league. It really wasn't. Since that game, 8-11 as a starter. He has 31 total touchdowns, 26 through the air, 5 on the ground, and 24 total turnovers, 20 picks, and 4 fumbles lost. So that's 24 turnovers in his last 19 starts. He's really becoming a turnover machine. And I don't know what to say. I think that's the issue. Like, there's more stats too. Josh Dubow put him out. I'll throw him at you real quick. First, it's losing in the fourth quarter. When Brock Purdy's trailing by 1 to 8 points in the fourth quarter, playoffs included, his passer rating is 63. He's had 26 drives, scored 9 times, and had 8 turnovers. And the Niners are 4-11 in those games. And then this is crazy too. For his career, according to Josh Dubow, AP, Brock Purdy has committed 22 of his 37 turnovers on first down. That's 60%. The league average since 2022 is 34%. So this dude, you talk about gunslinger mentality. He throws those YOLO balls on first down when you really don't have to do stuff like that. So take your pick.
And you're missing another statistic Josh Dubois put out. Brock Purdy becomes the first 49ers quarterback with 3 straight games with multiple interceptions since JT O'Sullivan. Not the company you want to keep, JT O'Sullivan. You could maybe one day get a great podcast. Shout out to JT O'Sullivan, great podcast. But as a quarterback, not the company you want to keep. Brock Purdy's just – I want to talk about something too. I think me and you and Jesse and a couple other guys were like, slow down on this contract extension. Yeah. Slow down. He did not play good last year.
This is an extension of last year, what we're seeing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Let's see what he can do this year before giving him that money. Let's just slow down a little bit. And we got cooked for it. Nobody liked that opinion. And right now, it looks like that would probably been the better step forward, is see what you can do this year, Brock. I think Brock Purdy is playing like Brock Purdy. I think he's really good when he has a ton of great talent around him, and when everything else is clicking. But when you take that away from him, he's not a $53 million quarterback. He's just not.
And what sucks is that you're either getting better or you're getting worse in the NFL. And for 2 years, he's been getting worse. Flat out. The turnovers are increasing, the injuries are increasing. And this was all cropping up last year. He was fighting so hard to stay on the field, to get the contract. But now that you get the contract, the whole point of getting this type of security is so that you don't have to play through injuries. And you can say, look, I don't have to do that anymore. I want to play when I can actually play. And the Niners aren't allowing that to happen. But again, like, even if he were healthy, I'm not sure that he gives the Niners the best chance to win anymore. Like, what sucks about this contract is that they could learn that it was the wrong contract now. Next week, this season, they could have instant buyer's remorse. And I mean, look at the contracts they've given out since they lost that Super Bowl. Ayuk, Trent, Christian, Brock, Kittle. Yikes.
Yeah, man. It's frustrating because I feel like we're almost back. Like, I like Brock Purdy. I like him a lot as a person, as a leader. I like him as a quarterback. I like him better than Jimmy Garoppolo. I like his mobility. But it feels like we're almost in that same situation where we're stuck in a contract with a quarterback who's not that guy. And that's what it feels like right now. And I feel like that's probably what's frustrating for a lot of fans, because it's starting to come to the light that Brock Purdy, better than Jimmy, good guy, just not worth $53 million. And I think this is real quick. We've been judging Brock Purdy on $1 million a year contract. He's been paid $53 million a year now. It's different criteria. So the gloves have to come off a little bit.
Yeah, and the Niners sort of enabled this because it's like he came off this down season by every metric. His decision making was worse. He turned the ball over more and lost a lot of games. And the Niners could have said, "Look, we really like you. We believe in you. You're our starting quarterback, but we're not rewarding that. We're not going to make you the highest paid player in franchise history, seventh highest paid player in the league after a season like that. You actually have to have a good year." Like, Dak got paid after he was second in the MVP voting. And if you do that, we'll give you that. So it would have given him some incentive to change and to be different. But all they did was give him a contract and say, "We love you," and give him some clips like, "Hey, we'd like you to play a little differently." Yeah, but the money says you'd like him to play the same because you rewarded him. So what does he do this year? Turns the ball over like he was last year, holds the ball a long time, gets hurt. I don't know, man. This is what you wanted him to do. It's what you paid him to do.
What was the 49ers last year under Brock Purdy? I know they were 6-11, but how many?
6-9 with him.
6-9 with Brock this year, 1-1. So 7-10.
They're 2-6 in their last 8 with Brock.
Yeah, man. It's Brock.
It is what it is.
Brock's
it
not
is
that
what it is.
guy.
And you know what? What sucks is like that. So you have that contract. What if Brock is just not the guy for a lot of reasons? And what if Mac is better than Brock? Do they just lose games because they gave Brock a contract, or do they bench Brock? I mean, really, if Brock didn't have that contract, would he have gotten benched yesterday? I mean, I think he should have gotten benched in that game. He was that bad. You can't tell me that Mac Jones would have turned the ball over 3 times. I don't believe it, even with the knee.
Well, it's more than that. It's when your owner comes out and calls him a top 10 quarterback. It's more than the contract, right? Regardless of what he gets paid, your owner just said he's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. So they bought in. They're fully bought into Brock. So now you made the bed. Now you got to lay in it, right? Like, that's the situation that they're in. So I don't think he would get benched. They've crowned him that guy, and he's going to be that guy for the 49ers.
Man. Fuck that.
Well,
man. Fuck that. You know why? Yeah. None of that sunk cost fallacy stuff, because the Niners didn't do that with Trey. You traded 3 first-round picks for Trey. You invested all of that, and you were like, nah. We might not win 10. We might win 9 games instead of 10 with Trey, so we got to go with Jimmy Garoppolo. We got to get rid of Trey. Hey, man, fine. Fine. But the same logic applies right now. You're 3-1. How many games are you going to lose with Brock as he turns the ball over multiple times before you go with your backup quarterback and acknowledge that you made a mistake? Because you acknowledged your mistake with Trey so fast. Do the same with Brock if you have to. Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code COHN, COHN, and download the app now.
Well, the problem is they never really believed in Trey from the beginning. I think from the first training camp, they thought Trey was going to come in and be more ready for the NFL than he was at that time, and they were out on him quickly. with Brock, Kyle said he knew in training camp that he's the best quarterback on the team, right? So it's those.
It's not saying a lot though. He's comparing him to Jimmy and Trey, who he doesn't like.
Yeah.
Now he's got Mac in the building. How do you really feel, Kyle? Did you want to pay? Did you want to pay him, or did Jed want to pay him?
I mean, here's what I've been saying for a long time about Brock Purdy. If Brock Purdy and the 49ers want to have any chance of competing for a Super Bowl, he needs the best roster in the NFL. And they had that in 2023. They still didn't have the best. They didn't have the best O-line, and they still lost. So if 49ers really want to compete, they need all of these stars to get younger again. They need them to be healthy. And if they really want to win the thing, they need to invest in offensive line, which is not something they're going to do. That's the situation with 49ers. He's not a Josh Allen. He's not a Lamar Jackson. He's not a Patrick Mahomes. He's not even a Justin Herbert. He's not those guys.
I don't even know if he's Sam Darnold. Darnold's having a better year than him. I don't even know if he's Mac Jones. Petersburg Cavalier donates $1.99. Thank you, Josh Wyatt. $5 says, can we talk about the real problem? Trent said it wasn't, but it absolutely is. The entire offense is predicated on a run game that threatens no one. Yeah, we're going to talk about that next. Hang tight. Petersburg Cavaliers comes back with the $20 super chat. Thank you. I apologize, fans. I love the Niners, but Brock never been it for me. I like strong arm quarterbacks, and Brock, Jimmy, etc. was never that. Peyton Manning and Drew Brees both didn't have the strongest arms, but did the job. Kyle likes Mac, and so do I. Mac's got a little bit of a hose. I do like that about Mac. And one thing I noticed, Mac Jones has long arms. Like he's 6'2", 6'3", but he has like his arms almost go down to his knees. Like this is the arms of like a 6'5" guy. And as a guy who played baseball, there's a reason why a lot of pitchers are big, tall guys, because they have these long levers and it's kind of effortless for them to throw with velocity. Brock has 29-inch arms. He's like Kyler. It's not effortless. He's like Tim Lincecum. He's got to get every little thing into his throws to get something on him. And yesterday he couldn't get anything on his throws, and you saw what it looked like. So I just wanted to put that.
I mean, if you're in a lab, if you're in a laboratory, remember Weird Science, that movie? If you're in the lab, instead of building like a girlfriend on a computer, if you were building the ideal quarterback on a computer, it's a big dude, like a tall guy that can see over the line, that has a cannon for an arm like that. Yes, processing is really important, really high up there. There are a lot of intangibles that you can't measure that are really important that you don't know until you have them. But you're not going to design a quarterback that looks like Brock Purdy, size-wise, arm strength. You're not going to do that.
No. Kyler V says, I thought Kyle showed some creativity in this game, hooking ladder and screen to Tonjes. When was the last time we saw that from Kyle? Yeah, I mean, you're calling trick plays. That's cool. I mean, it's not like it's fine. I like the throw to Tonjes. He needs to call more plays for Tonjes. He's been one of their better players.
I'm saying Tonjes is jumping out as a guy, man. He looks really good.
Dazza says Mac Jones and 2 good offensive line is better than Brock Purdy and no good offensive line. That's sort of the equation there. Jaleel D says Brock is a high-level backup. Our eyes aren't lying. That's essentially what Jimmy Garoppolo ended up being after he won so many games with the Niners.